Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Sun Devil Learning Labs. This episode is kindergarten math, and I will be your teacher today. My name is Miss Kopp. Today, we are working on those math foundation skills, So that means, what do you guys as kindergartners need to know to become great students? So math foundations, like I said, my name is Miss Kopp, that's Kopp, that's me. And today is week 7, day 1 of the Sun Devil Learning Labs programming. So if you've been watching our other episodes and you're tuning back in, thank you so much for joining us again. If this is your first time, we are so happy to have you. You'll catch on to our rhythm very quickly. We follow the same routine every day. So I hope you come back and watch a few more of our episodes. So let's get into what we're doing today. Over here in our green rectangle, that's our agenda. That means, what are we doing today? What's on our schedule? So today we're going to do a little bit of number work. We're going to work on our tripod grip. That's how we hold what we write with. We're doing a read aloud of a book called Being Fit. And then after that, we're going to play a little game, healthy or unhealthy. We're going to figure it out. And then, as always, at the end, I have a little bit of practice that you can do at home to work on those number skills and counting and sorting skills. So we'll get to all of that today. Over here on this yellow rectangle, that's our materials. That means, what do you guys need for this lesson today? So these materials you're only going to need if you want to practice writing our number of the day today. So our number of the day today is 1. A little sneak peek, our number of the day today is 1. So we're going to practice writing the number 1. If you want to practice doing that with us in a few minutes, the materials you will need are something to write with, so like a crayon, a colored pencil, maybe a marker. I'm at home, I'm not at my classroom right now, so I just have these little colored pens that I use. So whatever you have to write with is perfect. And then you're also going to need something to write on. Maybe that's a piece of paper, maybe it's a whiteboard, maybe it's cardboard out of the recycling. That's perfect. Whatever you have to write on. And then if you want to copy how I write, I like to hang my paper up vertically. So I hang it on my little easel back here. I like to hang it up vertically. Usually when we write, we're writing horizontally. That means like flat on the table. But I like to write vertically. So if you want to do that with me, grab some tape or maybe a thumbtack, some way to hang your paper up vertically when we get to that part of our lesson today. So those are our materials. If you want to go grab those, go ahead and pause the video here and you can run and grab those materials and come back and join us. So as always, we have our standards here. This just means, what do the people in charge think that you guys as kindergartners need to know? Specifics. What are the details of it? So can you write your numbers? Do you know how to count? Do you understand how to use numbers? And can you sort objects into different categories? So that's what our game is going to work on today. So I'm excited to get to that. So that's just a little preview of those skills we're going to be working on today. So we have our warm-up here, our number line. We talk about our number line every day because they're really important. They're really helpful for us because they help us see our numbers. Sometimes we just think about numbers in our head and it can get kind of confusing, kind of complicated. But when we can see our numbers and how our numbers work together, it kind of makes a little more sense sometimes. So just like we read a book, we read our number line starting at the left and moving over to the right. So I put a big arrow up top here for us so we remember we start on the left and we move to the right when we're reading our number line. I'm going to have a sip of water. I live in Arizona in the desert and it is really hot and really dry here. So I'm going to be drinking a lot of water during our video today. So if you see me taking a sip of water, you should have a sip of water too if you have a drink near you, if you can. Because water is really, really good for our bodies, especially if you live somewhere hot like Arizona. So our number line here, let's get back to it. We're going to count. We're going to read our number line starting at the left and moving to the right. So we're going to start at the number 0 and count all the way up to 10. So if you know your numbers 0 to 10, go ahead and count with me. If you don't know it yet, that's totally okay. Just rewind the video a few times and listen to it and get familiar with those numbers. And keep tuning back into our episodes. That'll definitely help you learn these numbers as well. So let's do it all together. Go ahead and read the numbers out loud with me, starting over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is our number line. Great job, everybody. 0 to 10. You can pause the video here if you want to work on this a little bit more, or like I said, rewind it if you want to count a few times with me and practice. But we'll be talking about this every day in each one of our episodes. So keep on tuning back in and you will definitely get very familiar with how to use your number line. So I gave you a little sneak peek. Our number of the day today, that is the number 1. So here's our big giant 1. So you know exactly which number I'm talking about here. That's our 1. So I mentioned earlier we're going to practice writing the number 1. Now is the time to pause the video and take out those materials. Take out something to write with, something to write on, and then maybe if you want to do what I'm going to do, now is the time to hang your paper up to write. So to hang my paper, I'm just going to take a little piece of tape. You do not need a lot, just a little, a little square like that. And I'm going to stick it on my paper and hang my paper on my easel here. Phew. There we go. So our number of the day today, that's the number 1. If we're going to be talking about writing, we need to talk about how do we hold what we're writing with? How do we hold it in our hands? What fingers do we use? So the way that we hold our pens and pencils when you come to school is called the tripod grip. The tripod grip. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that in just a second. But first, I like to get my hands warmed up before we start writing. So to do a little hand and finger warm up, all you need to do is touch the tip of each finger to the tip of your thumb, one at a time. So it looks like this: your pointer finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. So just do that a few times and you'll already be able to feel your fingers getting a bit of a workout. And it helps your fingers get stronger, but it also helps your brain tell your fingers what to do and be able to do it a little bit faster and easier. So this is a great exercise to do. You can do it with one hand, you can do it with both hands. If that's still too easy for you, maybe you want to try to go faster. I can't go that fast, so you do need to practice this pretty often, even when you're a grown-up like me. If you want a little extra challenge, you could even go backwards and start at your pinky, then your ring finger, then your middle finger, then your pointer finger, and see if you have any more ease with it going backwards as well. So that's our little hand warm up. If you want to do that for a little while longer, feel free to pause the video and just do that a few times, or rewind the video and do it with me as well. So that gets your hands and your fingers warmed up and thinking about, what are we going to be doing? How are we going to be doing it? So that takes us into, how do we do the tripod grip? So the tripod grip, to do this, you're going to take your hand and spread your fingers out wide. Spread your fingers out. We're going to be using our pointer finger and our thumb. Our pointer finger and our thumb. We're going to pinch like this. Pinch the bottom end of whatever we're writing with. So today I am writing with one of I showed you my pens, my colorful kind of marker pen. So I'm using this. So I'm going to pinch the bottom end. Maybe you're using a crayon, maybe you're using a big marker, maybe you're using a pencil or a colored pencil. Either way, you're going to pinch the bottom of whatever you're using. Pinch. And the last step, the last thing you need to do is take your middle finger, your middle finger, it's hard to just move that one, and slide it underneath. Slide it underneath whatever you're writing with, and just let your marker sort of rest on top of it. And that, my friends, is our tripod grip. That's what it looks like. So when you're doing it right, only 3 fingers are actually touching whatever you're writing with. 1, 2, 3. and your other 2 fingers are just kind of like over here to the side, not a part of it. So just 3 fingers to make that tripod grip. So we've been talking about that every day during these episodes. If you've been following along, you're probably getting very, very good at using this tripod grip, but it's always good to have a little extra practice and a little reminder. So that's our tripod grip. Now we can actually talk about how do we write the number 1. So the number 1 is kind of funny because some people write it like this fancy one where it has a nice little hat and some fancy shoes. And sometimes we write it like this, where it's just a straight line up and down. It doesn't have that extra little hat and extra little shoes on it. So sometimes when you're reading books and signs, they have these big fancy ones, but the ones that we're going to write in kindergarten, they look like this. It's just a stick. So I have a little rhyme to help us remember how to draw our 1. It says number 1 is like a stick, a straight line that is very quick. So that's pretty easy, right? It's a rhyme. It's just 1 line. It's a stick. So let's try doing it on our own. So now's the time, if you've got your paper and your writing utensil, we're going to try this on our own. Let me make my picture big for you here. Number 1 is like a stick, a straight line that's very quick. So to make a number 1, we're going to start at the top of our paper, and we're going to draw down, a straight line down. So starting at the top of our paper, a straight line down. Number 1 is like a stick, a straight line that's very quick. So take some time to try making a number 1 on your own paper. Go ahead, start at the top, move down in a straight line, top, down, straight line, top, down, straight line. So you can do it over and over on top of it and keep tracing the one you drew originally, or you can make ones all over your page. Maybe I want a smaller one, and another big one, and a little one. So go ahead and practice. If you want some extra time, you can pause the video here and work by yourself for a little bit to practice writing that number 1. It's just a straight line down, start at the top, down to the bottom. A number 1 is very quick, a straight line down, like a stick. Perfect. So that is how we write our number 1. So now we know how to write our number 1. Let's talk about a couple different ways that we can see the number 1. So the number 1 here in the middle in the green box, you can see that's our fancy number 1, like we were talking about with the little hat and its fancy dress shoes over here. That's our number 1. Over here in this top left box is our tens chart. Our tens chart. We've been talking about these every day because, again, it's something that in kindergarten really helps us kind of think about and figure out our numbers. So the way we use a tens chart is we fill in some of the boxes to show a number. So we're trying to show the number 1. So we filled in one of the boxes, right? 1. That's it. One thing. Perfect. Over here on the top right, that's how we spell the name 1. So if we wanted to use letters to say 1 instead of using this number 1, we would use the letters O, N, E. 1. That's how we spell 1. Down here is our tally marks. We've been talking about tally marks because they're really helpful. If we are watching something that's happening really, really, really fast and trying to keep count of something, sometimes we use tally marks. We don't have time to write down a bunch of details about it. Oh, the sky was blue and so was wearing a purple dress and blah, blah, blah. We don't have time to do all that. Sometimes you just have time to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we make little lines that are called tally marks. So if we were showing 1 using tally marks, that's exactly what this is. 1 tally mark. And over here in this bottom right corner, I always like to show a picture of just one of something. So this is a picture of 1 cake pop, and it looks really good. It's making me hungry. So that is just 1 cake pop. So that's our number of the day today, the number 1. So keep on tuning into the rest of our episodes. We have a different number of the day every day. So tune in tomorrow, week 7, day 2, to see what our number of the day is that day. So now it is time for our read aloud of our book called Being Fit. Here's the cover of our book, Being Fit. And the author of our book, the person who wrote this book, is Valerie Bowden. So thank you, Valerie Bowden. She's going to tell us all about how we can be fit. Fit and active. Being fit means being healthy. When you are fit, your body works well. You have the energy you need to be active. Your body is at a healthy weight. Water sports such as surfing can be a fun way to stay fit. So over here is a picture of some people surfing. Like I said, I live in Arizona, so I don't really have anywhere I can surf here, but I've seen on the internet and on TV other people surfing, and it looks like a lot of fun. They basically ride huge waves by standing on top of their surfboards. So it definitely looks like it is a good way to stay active and stay fit and healthy. 5 food groups. Kids who are fit eat healthy foods from the 5 food groups. They eat fruits and vegetables, dairy foods, grains, and proteins, like meat or nuts. Fit kids exercise almost every day. So over here is a picture of some of the different foods from the food groups. It looks like mostly fruits and vegetables over here. Oh, that watermelon looks really good too. Exercise for fitness. It's easy to exercise. All you have to do is play. You can play soccer or go swimming. You can ride your bike, jump rope, or dance to your favorite music. Running and walking are great exercises too. I just went on a run this morning before I got ready to teach you guys right now. So running is a great way to exercise. If you don't have the time to play a game or you don't have anyone to play with, running around is a great way to get exercise and make your heart nice and healthy. Swimming is a type of exercise you can enjoy by yourself or with friends. So this is a picture of someone swimming. These things he's wearing are called goggles. They keep your eyes safe from the pool water. Sometimes pool water has chemicals and stuff in it that can make our eyes dry and make our eyes hurt. So those goggles keep your eyes safe so that you can see through the water really well. They're pretty awesome, pretty smart, whoever invented those. Exercises like running or biking are called aerobic exercises. Aerobic exercises make your heart and the lungs strong. They also help your body burn calories from food. This helps you keep a healthy body weight. So basically, when you're exercising, especially these aerobic exercises that make your heart beat much faster, you're working off the calories from your food. If we don't work off our calories of our food, that's when we start notice ourselves getting bigger, because the calories aren't leaving our body, they're staying in our body, making us get bigger. You can do exercises to make your muscles stronger too. Crunches or sit-ups build your stomach muscles. Push-ups strengthen your arm muscles, and so does swinging across the monkey bars. So over here is a picture of our friend. It looks like he's just about to get started swinging across the monkey bars. Climbing the jungle gym at the park can be exercise too. So there's a ton of ways to exercise, whether it's at home or at the park, at school, there's always ways to exercise. Stretching exercises are important too. They help make your body flexible so that you will not get hurt easily. Bending over to touch your toes is a good stretch. So stretching makes sure that all the parts of your body are able to move around really easily. They keep you flexible so you're able to bend and move without your body getting hurt. It can be tricky to hold your body still as you stretch. If you've ever heard of yoga, yoga is sort of a really intense type of stretching where you hold different stretches in different poses that stretch all different parts of your body. So that's what these kids in these pictures are doing. They're doing all kinds of, all kinds of different stretches here. So I don't know which one looks the hardest. These all look, actually, I think probably this headstand might look the hardest out of all of them. That's amazing that they're doing all this stuff. And you could too with just a little bit of practice. Why be fit? Learning how to be fit now can help you stay healthy later. Exercise can make it easier for you to pay attention at school too. It can help you have more energy and sleep better. Exercising can even make you feel happier. So exercising does something really special to your brain and releases this magical thing called endorphins. Endorphins are basically what makes you happy. So scientists have figured out that when you exercise, your brain actually makes you happy. Isn't that so cool? So that's how good the exercise is for you, that your body naturally makes you feel more happy after you do it. So that's a pretty good reason to exercise by itself. Tips for success. Warm up your body slowly when you're exercising. Then you can work harder. Make sure to drink plenty of water while you exercise. So I said I went running this morning. I start my run by walking for the first couple minutes so that my body gets warmed up, my blood gets pumping, I don't hurt any of my legs or any of my muscles. And then once I'm sweating a little bit and I'm warmed up, then I start running. Then my body is ready to go. But you don't just walk out your front door and start running right away, right? That would hurt your body a little bit to get started just like that. So warming up is really important. And hello, so is drinking water. I already talked to you guys about anytime I have a sip, you should have a sip because it's really healthy for your body. So if you have a sip of water, let's take a sip right now. And especially make sure to drink water when you exercise. Even swinging can be a good way to warm up or cool down before or after you exercise. Most kids need about an hour of exercise every day, but you do not have to get all your exercise at once. You can run around the playground at recess and ride your bike after school. You can even do push-ups as you watch TV. Anytime you can get your body moving, you will be making yourself fit. You can exercise outdoors or inside with friends or by yourself. So like they said, anytime you can move around. It's always good for your body. So here's a little cool recipe for some trail mix. It's for a fit snack. So that means a healthy snack. So if you want, you can screenshot this page and make this at home. It's a handful of raisins, a handful of peanuts or sunflower seeds, a handful of cereal, and a handful of chocolate chips. Put all the ingredients in a Ziploc bag, shake to mix, and eat your trail mix, and you will have plenty of energy to exercise. So this is a lot of healthy foods, and healthy foods give you even more energy than unhealthy foods. So nuts are really healthy, seeds are really healthy, fruits are really healthy, cereals and grains are really healthy. So we actually have a lesson about all those different foods later this week. So keep tuning into our episodes. I'm pretty sure I have it planned for week 7, day 5. We'll be talking about the different food groups if you would like to specifically watch that lesson. So that one will be really fun. That's a nice little introduction for us. So that's the end of our book, but that brings us into our game of healthy or unhealthy choice. In our read aloud, we talked about a ton of different ways that we can be healthy. So now we're going to look at some things and figure out, did we learn about this? Is this healthy or is this unhealthy? And then maybe you can explain to someone around you why you think each thing is healthy or unhealthy. So let's see what we've got to work with here. First thing on our list, the water. What do you think? Is water a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? Go ahead and pause the video and talk about it with someone near you, or just say it out loud if you're not with anybody. Is it a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? Water is a healthy choice. Water is super good. It's like I said, water is amazing for your body. We should all be drinking more water. Honestly, not many people drink enough water. So everybody should always be drinking more water. Next on our list, let's see. A couch. Is sitting on our couch all day healthy or unhealthy? Otherwise known as a couch potato. Healthy or unhealthy? What do you think? Go ahead and pause the video and say it out loud or talk about it with someone near you. Is sitting on the couch for a long time healthy or unhealthy? And why? Why do you think that? I think it's unhealthy to sit on the couch for a long time. And that's because, like we learned about, we need to be moving our body. It's good to move our body often. And it's not very good to leave our body sitting still for a long time. It hurts our bodies to not be moving. We were made to move. So move around as much as you can. Let's not sit on the couch for a long period of time. I know everybody can be better about this one too. I know I can be better about it. So let's all try to be better about it. If we feel like we've been sitting on the couch for a while, stand up and do some jumping jacks. Stand up and jog in place for 30 seconds. Do something that's a little bit fun and move around, right? So let's see what's next. Trail mix. Do we think that trail mix, like the recipe we just talked about, is that a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice to eat trail mix? Healthy choice or unhealthy choice? Go ahead and say it out loud and say why you think that. Why do you think it's a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? I think trail mix is a healthy choice because, like we said, when you eat healthy foods like nuts and fruits and cereal, that gives you a lot of energy. When you have energy, you can move around more, which makes your body feel better. So that's a healthy choice to have trail mix. What about some smoothies, some fruit smoothies? Do you think fruit smoothies are a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? Go ahead and say it out loud. And why do you think that? Healthy choice, unhealthy choice. Fruit smoothies. Now, it does kind of depend what you put in them. If you put a scoop of ice cream in it, it's not healthy. But if you're just putting, like our picture, if you're just putting some fruit like bananas and strawberries, pineapples, oranges, raspberries, if you're just putting fruit in there, that's a healthy choice. That sounds delicious. A fruit smoothie is a healthy choice. Now let's see, what about, it looks like he's running. Is running a healthy choice? Or is it an unhealthy choice? What do you think? Running, healthy choice, unhealthy choice. I think running is healthy. I know running is healthy. I did it this morning and I had a bunch of energy after I got home. I was ready. I was ready to teach and come record some of these videos for you guys. So running is a very healthy choice. Let's look at our last thing here. What about some cupcakes? Yum, those look delicious. Oh my goodness. Are cupcakes a healthy choice or are they an unhealthy choice? What do you think? Cupcakes. And why? Why do you think that? I think that cupcakes are an unhealthy choice. And that's because they're sweets. They have a lot of sugar in it. Sugar, I know it tastes really, really good, but it's not that good for our bodies. So that's why we need to make sure we are not eating that much sugar every day, right? We're only maybe having a little bit of sugar. So if I were to eat all of those cupcakes that you see, that would not be a very healthy choice. I would probably be very happy in that moment, but it would not be a healthy choice. I don't think my heart would be very happy about it. So eating a bunch of cupcakes, unhealthy choice. So that was our little sorting game for today. You guys were able to sort and categorize all these different things and decide, were they healthy or were they unhealthy? So now we have two groups. We have a group of healthy choices and a group of unhealthy choices. So that was great work today, everybody. As always, I have some practice at home for us, different ways you can practice sorting at home. So first of all, a great way to do to practice sorting and categorizing at home, in your house, is get really creative and use the things that you already have at home so it becomes really relevant for your students. So, for example, if you have a student who loves dinosaurs, then print out a few pictures of dinosaurs and sort those based off of how many feet do they have? What color are they? Do they have wings? Do they swim? There's a bunch of different ways to make it all about what you enjoy and what you like. So try to really customize that activity of sorting different things at home and get creative with what to use. Another great activity I have for sorting and categorizing is on this next slide here. This page you can screenshot and print out if you would like to have it so your student can write and circle and draw on it. Or you can just screenshot it, edit it on your device, or just pause the video here and do it sort of mentally. Don't actually touch your computer screen, but point to, okay, this is the object. Okay, this is what I'm doing. So to do this activity, you just need to look at these items on the left and circle the object that would be used together. So this is a net over here on the left. Which of these two items would be used with this net? So you go ahead and decide and do the same thing for each of these pictures. So like I said, you can feel free to screenshot that page or just pause the video here and go ahead and do that activity for a few minutes until you have them all sorted out. I'll also go back to this page and you can screenshot this page if you'd like as well, just to have the directions saved on a photo for you also. So that has been our week 7, day 1. Flew by like that, right? So like I said, I'll have more content coming for you guys tomorrow. This whole week, we're going to be talking about being fit and being healthy and different ways to do that. So keep tuning back in and see what kind of books and activities we do, talking about math and counting and being healthy. We've got a ton of fun stuff coming. So again, my name has been Miss Kopp. It was so much fun teaching you guys today. Stay safe and keep practicing your math until I see you next.